What up, everybody? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast.
Damn, dude.
And if you don't know, this is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll really make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
You know, kind of like some mind-blowing type of shit. Or some damn, I really relate to that type of shit. So that's what it's about. And I'm your host, California Cal. And this is going to be part 9 of Journey to Inner Peace. And it's going to be technically episode number 39. Damn.
Damn, dude.
That's a lot. Most people don't get that far. So I feel very blessed and very appreciative to have discovered my reason for doing this. Because currently, excuse me, I just ate, so I'm all like burpy and stuff. Sorry. It's currently 9 p.m. and I taught 23 kids today. And if you're new to the show, if you're not, then you already know. I teach babies how to save their lives in the water and basically people how to swim. But the main focus is really teaching people how to save their lives, overcome lifelong fears, and really so your family can have peace of mind. Because drowning is the number one cause of accidental death in the world for children 5 and under.
Damn, dude.
That means that's literally more than car accidents and fucking, kids sticking their finger in an electrical socket or some shit. That's crazy. So, anyway, I'm here doing this. I put in the work, man, and I taught that many kids. I've been in the sun all day. I've been in the pool since 11 o'clock this morning. I didn't get out till about 7:40 p.m. And I'm fucking beat, dude. You can tell my skin's fucking way darker too, and yeah, man. So anyways, let's just jump right into this. And I'm gonna do this episode a little bit differently. Excuse me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just read my journal that I had wrote while I was out. Rewind. Sorry. Preface. So on this journey to inner peace. Sorry, I just kind of twisted myself. I didn't write any show notes today, so I did that on purpose because I discovered this book or my journal where I had written all my stuff, and I'm just gonna. And I have not read this since I've written it, and I'm looking at the date right now. It's February 17th, 2020, is when I wrote this, or that's when it starts because the whole thing. What I'm reading and what this is, excuse me, is on my journey to inner peace, where it started off with panic attacks, anxiety attacks, not being able to hang out with my friends because I was just freaking the fuck out, having to, leaving my job during a mandatory meeting, starting to work for myself, which is teaching babies to swim, save their lives, and that's what I've been doing since. At the same time, I've been doing a whole bunch of personal development. I've gone out to Peru, done ayahuasca, worked with different plant medicines, worked with different shamans, learned different things, gone out to Hawaii, worked with different shamans, learned the plants, became a medicine man, all sorts of different things. And just kind of miracle after miracle is what was happening. And I feel like for me to put in the work to give you guys this episode right now is a miracle on its own because ordinarily I would just get high as fuck, knock out. Probably listen to, it's kind of funny. I go through phases of listening to or watching really ignorant shit, and then back to very intellectual books and different podcasts and different people talking and whatever. So what I'm reading is the second time I went out to the jungle. So on my journey to inner peace is what I'm calling it. As far as the plant medicines go and where I was going, I realized I left out a few things as far as psilocybin goes and lessons with that. And I actually did a whole episode on it before. I want to say it's episode It was one of the early ones, maybe 3 or 4, or maybe it was like 13 or something. I remember the number 3. um, anyway, so I went out to the jungle to do ayahuasca the first time in Peru. Went and was in Hawaii. I experienced DMT. And then I had mushrooms and stuff, psilocybin in between and different things. Uh, and the reason I'm leaving that out is because that was all like practice for this. All the ayahuasca and stuff that I'm talking about. And I've explained what it is before in the last episode. It's a root and it's a leaf, and you just boil the shit together, and then that's what you get, and you put different blessings into it. And anyway, go back and listen to the old one if if you don't know. So I did that, and then I went out. So the first time I had went with my now ex, Jen at the time. And the last time I went, oh man, I was in a bad place. And Jen actually gifted me the trip to Peru for me to go by myself.
Damn, dude.
Yo. For one, that was one of the most thoughtful gifts I've ever received. I kind of still, it hasn't even hit me yet, actually. Like, that's pretty crazy. So thank you so much. You already know I will always love you, no matter what. And I love you for that. So thank you. I appreciate that. Even if you never listen to us. So, it is what it is. There's just some people that like do things for you that are so big that no matter what your status was before or whatever, it's like they're so down. It's like, dude, no, we're tight no matter what forever. I don't care what. And that's the way I look at it. And, and I have that relationship with another ex too. Shout out Marisol if you ever listen to this. Like, it's all love, dude. Truly. And, it's like what you did for me when my best friend died and I was going through hell. Like, you were there, you put it down. Like, I appreciate that. Quitting your job for me, that was crazy. So I just, thank you. There's a good amount of people like that, but putting this in the context of like ex-girlfriends and whatever, like, yeah. So anyway, I go out to Peru by my damn self. And holy fuck is that scary when you don't speak the language and you're on a flight to the middle of the jungle. Or first, not even the middle of the jungle, first into a city, into Iquitos. It's small and you can only get there by plane or boat. Like, you can't drive in because it's just surrounded by jungle or the Amazon River. And so I get there. And okay, I'm gonna tell the story on this before I read. So, because I said I know I had mentioned it, I was kind of all over the place when I started this. I will read the notes in the journal, and like I said, I haven't read it since then, so I don't know what type of like if there's any hella personal stuff in there or not. Anyways, I'll just tell the story for what I can kind of recollect, and then we'll jump right into that. So, I fly there. And this is the same town that if you go back to...
Calvin,
whoa. Sorry, I accidentally pressed the button. My bad. That scared the shit out of me. Oh, fuck. What was I talking about? Oh, if you go back, how I was talking about, yeah, there was a riot right outside, blah, blah, blah. That's the same city, same town. And so I'm kind of nervous. I had that impression in my head. At the same time, I'm like, man, fuck it. I've seen crazier shit growing up in Mira Mesa, like... For real.
I know Mira Mesa.
Like, real shit. There was some crazy gangbang fucking, in the gangbang era when fucking gangs and shit was at all-time high. That shit was wild as fuck. I used to see fucking tweakers fighting in front of my house, like 30 of them. Oh, that's a whole... Oh, I gotta tell those stories, man. Those are fucking good. Those are really good stories. I might have mentioned it before. Anyway... I'm there and I'm just fucking terrified, dude. But so the homie, Sebastian, shout out Sebastian. If you guys don't know who Sebastian is, Sebastian Hernandez, go back and listen to episode, I want to say 14, 13. I can tell you right now, actually. Go back and listen to episode 17.
damn, dude.
For reals, that's a mind-blowing episode, dude. So Sebastian, he knows, he's got shit. I'm trying to. I don't want to go too far off track here. So I'll just explain real quick. So Sebastian has a nonprofit organization called We Clean Planet, and they clean up the planet around the world. And he has his organization set up in, I think, 7, maybe more different countries, and like a gang of cities within all these countries. And Iquitos in Peru. Sorry, I'm trying to clean my little board and keep pressing stuff on accident. And so he goes around and he said and basically empowers people, gives people jobs, people can become community leaders, all sorts of things. It's really fucking cool. So anyway, he's there, and through this, one of the community leaders, Jose, he comes and he's one of Sebastian's homies. He picks me up, and Jose don't really speak English, but at the same time, like, we can he understands, like, basically the way I took it was he understood as much English as I understood Spanish. And it's like, it was just kind of like, half the time we're there like, what? Like, I don't even know, bro. But we're just vibing, literally. Just like, I don't know. I just like cracking up. It was really cool, honestly. So I get out the airport and I'm waiting and I'm fucking looking. I'm like, fuck, man. And I see somebody goes, hey, man, it's you. What's up? And I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? I was like, he's like, what's your name? I was like, Calvin. He's like, oh, what's up, Calvin? He's like, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, this guy don't know me. And then he's like, yeah, let me give you a ride. This much money, blah, 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 blah. And my cell phone don't work. The internet don't work. There's no Wi-Fi. The airport in Iquitos is like this little building. It reminds me of the post office. It's like almost like the same size. It's tiny and it's fucking hot. And there's no Wi-Fi. And there's a payphone, but I don't have any coins, and I don't know anybody's phone numbers. I had only been conversing with people through Facebook. And through Facebook, I can hit the boom translate button, or I can copy it and paste it if I don't understand into the translate thing, and I get my answer. But this time, dude, I'm standing there, I'm waiting, and I'm like, man, like some time's going by, and I'm kind of like, I didn't even know what time it was. I don't remember if my phone died. No, it wasn't that my phone died. It was my phone's, the last time I had service, it was stuck on that time. And that was like a couple countries ago. So like that shit was stuck like several hours back. So I don't even know what time it was. And everything was all out of whack. And I'm just like, dude, I literally don't even know what hour it is right now. There's nowhere to look, whatever. I don't even know. And everybody who got off the plane is like very intentionally going somewhere and like knew exactly what they're doing. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just like, fuck, man. And I'm like, okay. I'm kind of getting scared. And I'm like, all right, dude, like chill. Like, what's the worst that happens? If the worst that happens is you just fucking take one of these random taxis into the thing and trust that this person's legit, because you don't know who's who. Nothing's official there. There's like little moto taxis, and some people got cars, but not really. Most of the time it's like this little motorcycle with like a bench and a basket and a seat and shit in the back, and then a little like luggage rack area behind it. And it's crazy, dude. It's really crazy. It's cool though. It's like organized chaos. There's like everybody's like, and there's like people everywhere, and it's like nobody's crashing, and it's like everybody knows each other. It's just so cool, man. And so I kind of just like get myself present. I'm standing there. I have hella people trying to hustle me for rides. Like, hey bro, come on. And it's tempting, especially when it's like you find one guy who speaks English and you're like, yeah, man, blah, 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 and you're chopping it up. And then finally I realize he's just trying to sell me shit. And I'm like, nah, man, like, no, I'm waiting for my homie. He's like, who's your homie? I was like, man, my homie Jose. Like, nah, man, Jose ain't coming. I was like, what the fuck? Like, man, nah. But then it was cool though, because some other dude's like, hey, bro, like, you need to use my phone. Like, if you can't get your ride, like, I got you, bro. And that guy, I was like, all right, like, if I legit can't get my ride, like, that's who I'm gonna go with, because he literally handed me his phone and was like, hey bro, like legit, like looking out for me, not trying to like sell me shit. And I was like, thank you, man, like just give me a little bit, and I'm like, all right, man, all right. And I'm standing there, I'm just waiting, and then all of a sudden around the corner I see, and shout out Sebastian again, thank you for the fucking Clean Planet hats, because if you wear that Clean Planet hat, I don't have mine here right now, but if you wear that hat, it's the orange Clean Planet hat, dude. That thing is a beacon and a symbol of peace, dude. That orange hat, I swear, because that orange hat had me safe and it had me everywhere. It had me safe and it made me friends. I'll tell you that, because the organization's doing great shit for the community, and who in the community doesn't want to see their fucking parks, or I'm sorry, their like grassy areas turn from trash piles to parks now, and instead of there being trash and fucking, just all sorts of trash and weeds and whatever, it's like, boom, now we got a fucking play area. And they've repurposed and recycled some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. They've used old tires and old like buckets that had leaks in them and old things, and they've built like planters and like punching bags and fucking like exercise equipment and all these crazy things, and it's like, and things you can sit on at the bus stop or whatever. It's wild. So seeing that hat, boom, around the corner, I see the orange hat flying around the corner in the little motor taxi, and I was like, oh hell yeah. And this fool's got long hair and he's fucking like riding all cool and shit. I was like, yo, I fucking see a finger point at me from hella far away, like far away, and I got pretty, like, I cannot see far very well, like I'm supposed to wear glasses, but so I can't see shit from far away. Everything's just kind of the same thing, but I just get, for number one, I got the vibe. I just got this sense of peace came over me, and then I just hear, and like how intentionally he was coming over. I was like, I don't know, I just felt something. I'm like, all right, like, but I see the hat and I hear him and throw a peace sign at me, and I was like, oh hell yeah, come running over, fucking hugs, boom, boom, boom. What up? I was like, hey, what up, homie? Like, oh no, I don't know if I said that. I was just like, oh, hola, like, ¿cómo estás? What's up, man? Like, and then he's like, oh yeah, starts going. I was like, oh shit, man, like, no comprende, I'm trying. He's like, like, we'd be cracking up, and then he would talk really slow, and I'd be like, okay, like, I would get it, and I'd be like, like, I don't know what that is. And then he would say the whole thing, and I'd be like, nah, I wasn't able to put that together, bro, like, sorry, man, like, here. And then eventually, the best thing I did, I don't even have it on this phone, I'm tripping. Damn. So there's this app, this translator app. I can't even, that's not even on my new phone. I mean, this phone's not new, but it's, yeah, I guess it's new. New to me. Well, actually, no, it's brand. Never mind. The app's not on my phone. But there's this translator app that you can use offline. I cannot remember the name of it, and I will definitely shout them out when I figure out what it is, because that shit, oh my goodness, that shit's epic. Anyway, because it even translates like slang words and shit. So he picks me up, boom, we're driving, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I felt so good just to be with somebody who knows somebody that I love and trust as a brother. Because having that bond was like, hey bro, like, no way. It was just the coolest shit ever. And it was like I had like it was like a you guys ever met family members for the first time? Like, you have cousins that come over from fucking wherever, right? Like, I've had cousins who've came from Wisconsin, and I've never met them while I was out in Wisconsin ever in my life, and then they just happen to be down here. It's like, hey, like, we're family. And then it's like other families like, yo, like, they're gonna be in town, like, shout out Lacey if you hear this, that's one of them. Like, boom, your cousin Lacey's gonna be here, blah blah blah. Like, oh really, I didn't even know I had one. Okay, like, cool, let's meet her. And we meet her, and it's like, oh hey, what's up? And it was cool, because usually, well, I can't speak on everybody else's experience, but most of the time when I meet people of my family, they're pretty cool. And so anyway, And he's taking me around town, and I'm just meeting hella friends, dude. And I'm making so many friends. I'm tripping the fuck out. So we'll fast forward a little bit and really get into this. And yeah. So anyway, shout out Clean Planet. Shout out Sebastian. Shout out Jose. Shout out to all the homies out there. I get to Kapitari, which is on Manakmiri Island, and this is you go down the Amazon River, and at this time the travel's actually not that far. Last time we went like 5 hours down the Amazon River. This time we just went I don't know how long it was, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes. It wasn't very long. So we get there, and it's this little island, and it's fucking just crazy beautiful. Like, oh my goodness, dude. It's just insane, dude. So, what I'm holding up, a piece of paper, if you end up ever getting to see these videos, if they ever actually have, when they ever actually get uploaded. This is the schedule. So I was there for a week, and it was pretty narcore. So here's the schedule. I'll go through this pretty quickly. So wake up at 6 a.m., right? And so basically, it starts on Monday when I get there for the whole retreat. Okay, so yeah. So meeting at the hotel 7 a.m. on the first day on Monday. Journey to Kapitari, arrival at Kapitari, lunch, orientation, living pharmacy, and permaculture lessons. You know, we got to learn about that. It was fucking badass. Don Lucho, shout out to you, Don Lucho, maestro, the teacher. He makes this fertilizer that has no smell, and it's crazy because it grows things at like 5 times the regular speed, and it's all organic. It's fucking crazy. I don't know what it is, but he has his own recipe that he uses with recyclable foods and items and whatever. And then next, I don't even know what times these are. Oh, I had to write it down. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4. It says 13 o'clock, 14 o'clock. So lunch, 1 o'clock orientation, 2 the permaculture thing, 3, 4, 5 personal consultation with the shaman, 6 dinner, 7 chilling. Next day, Tuesday, cleansing ceremony with Pinon, Colorado, breakfast, group circle, natural painting workshop, and dance of Kokoma. They had this, I'm forgetting the name of the tribe. These guys were they were so nice and so beautiful, man. But they came through and they danced, and they had like jewelry and bracelets and all this stuff for sale, and I was like, man, like I want to trade stuff. I didn't keep in mind, this trip I had pretty much no money. I had enough money to eat the first day, eat the last day, and I barely figured out enough money for the hotel. Keep in mind, Jen gifted me the flight and the stay at the retreat. The retreat for the week has food and all that. It's just those 2 days I didn't even have enough money to fucking, to eat barely. Like I had a couple bucks, and yeah. Anyway, so it goes on 12 lunch, and then just kind of relaxing time, and then the natural medicine and flower bath, and then ayahuasca ceremony at 7. Now, the natural medicine and flower bath, the natural medicine was for the chlorine fucks my skin up because when I'm in the water so much. If I don't coat myself in coconut oil, then it just starts like rashing up my skin. So I went, because like I said, I had psoriasis before. I healed that the first time, and then going back, I wasn't putting coconut oil, and I was just like I was like really irresponsible with my scheduling. So I was rushing everywhere, and it wasn't good, and I wasn't taking care of myself. So so that was part of the medicine, so it was just plants, and it's like how they work on it is you heal the inside and the outside. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's kind of how they work at it, rather than kill what's going on inside. Like heal inside, heal outside, and that, like starve it, heal it, and we're good to go. Anyway, The flower bath is just like the most cleansing shit ever. Oh my gosh. They've got natural like river water, spring water, and they've got it all set up in its own ecosystem. It's just wild. And you just, when you do the flower bath, oh my goodness, it's literally like flowers and plants and herbs and water, and you bathe with it and you cleanse, and it's like, and you do a blessing with it. It's just a beautiful. So then next day in the morning, which is really weird to me, is the ayahuasca in the morning. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. But so Wednesday, ayahuasca ceremony in the morning, lunch, and then pretty much day off, fruit bath to cleanse, and and then and a mud bath. No, yeah, and then we did a mud bath also, which was really, really fucking dope. And then and a fruit bath. And then the next day, Thursday, natural medicine and breakfast. Same thing again to heal the skin and whatever ailments you have. And for me, another thing was like achy bones. And then group circle, mud bath, lunch, natural medicine, flower bath, ayahuasca ceremony. So we're pretty busy. Next day, Friday, ayahuasca ceremony in the morning, lunch, group circle, dinner. The next day, breakfast, jungle tour, lunch, dinner, bonfire. Next day, breakfast, and departure to the city. Now, bonfire, holy shit, they do bonfires different in Peru. It was sickest shit ever. I don't even know how to explain it, dude. So that was our schedule. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break right here. I need to take a drink of water, and we will be right back.
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? We bike. Welcome, bicycle. Welcome back. So let's I don't know why it's so funny to me. I don't know why it's like corny and not at the same time. But when people say, "All right, so let's shift gears here," that makes me laugh for some reason. I don't know why. So that's what I was thinking. Why I kind of sidetracked myself. Okay, so shifting gears here. Okay, let's go. All right, let's try this again. Professional. Okay, we back. So, shifting gears here, guys. Right along forwards. I'm gonna go ahead and just start reading this damn journal because I'm taking too long to just get to the damn point. So, February 17th, 2020. This is my first journal entry. I think. Let me see. I was writing about practicing shit. What was I talking about? I don't even. Oh, MLM shit. That's funny. Okay, I did a whole episode on MLM shit, which is pretty magnificent, I think. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and just start reading from this. Let's see if we can get through as many as we can. I'll try and read fast and clear. And yeah. So February 17th, 2020. First day in the jungle at Kapitari. It's beautiful. Written all huge. I'm sitting in my hammock waiting for our first meeting. There's going to be me and one other girl from Atlanta here. Shout out Kenna. What up, Kenna? Much love. Upon arrival, I saw so many butterflies and a massive cacao farm with the healthiest and fattest cacao I've ever seen. I hope I can eat one. When I entered my room, I was greeted by a fat ass wasp in my room. Not sure where it went. Also, something creepy digging in on my roof. Also, I put the bug net over my bed and there was hella bugs in it. Now for lunch and meeting. I wrote, I did a checkup and exam, said what I wish to gain from this experience. That was the big thing. I left that out when I was reading my schedule. Was, damn, I can't believe, oh man, you see how easily I forget about this. This is why it's so important to journal, man. I forgot I was fucking like incapacitated. Like, is that the right word? Where you can't like walk and shit. So I slipped 2 discs. I got sciatica and I herniated 2 discs in my back. And my sciatic nerve, if you don't know what sciatica is, it's when your sciatic nerve pops out of place. There's basically like channels where like it runs down your body. Basically, kind of, you have like two main ones that start at the top of your neck, and then they kind of go down and they like make an X. So like it starts on the right side and goes down the left side, and the other one starts on the left side and goes down the right side. And so sciatica was like the worst. So what I said I wanted to gain from the experience was I wanted to relieve my back pain and sciatica relief, or I wanted to relieve back pain and sciatica. Back pain and sciatica relief. And I guess at the time, wow, that's interesting. I wrote that. End addiction to food, to end procrastinating. Interesting. So that was what I wrote on day 1. And damn, I've actually been pretty fucking good about those. I've been eating tonight and the other night. This past no, it's not that true. So I haven't been eating very great, but I've been eating okay. I've been eating kind of bad and then really good and then kind of bad and then really good and then bad and then good and then bad. So but I don't have that hold on me anymore. I didn't even realize that. And then I also am stopping to appreciate and remember the fact of like how much my back hurt and that like I couldn't even pick up my own baby. Like that was the saddest thing, dude. I remember just crying one time. Like I went to pick him up and it just was like, ah, like I was just screaming and he just looked at me all scared and I was like, oh shit, like sorry, dude, like this shit hurts. If you've ever had sciatica, you know how fucking bad it hurts, dude. And they wanted to do surgery and all this shit. That's mainly why I was out there, because my whole thing is if I ever get some major ailment, I'm going to the jungle. Broken bones, shit like that. If they're trying to do like broken bones, I don't mind. Most of them I just fix myself. Like I'll just snap them back out and then, go buy a cast and then just, I've broken enough and done it their way to know how to do it myself now. So, yeah, so that was nuts. So I definitely didn't want to do surgery. And the whole thing was like, oh yeah, we can give you these pills. We'll try these pills. We'll try these pills. We'll try these pills. And I'm like, I'm not trying pills. And at the time I was trying to, I was trying to stop smoking weed. Well, I had stopped smoking weed. And I had stopped drinking, and I had stopped drinking soda, and I had something else, I forget. But my point is that I was fasting from all that stuff, but like I don't know, man. I feel like I kind of just trailed off with what I had like a cool point and kind of just disappeared. Oh, I know. Sorry. So they wanted to do surgeries and all this shit, and I was just like, man, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm down to try anything but that. And because I know there's ways. It's like nature often, if you get to it on time, can cure what it is without having to go to extreme measures, right? So, yeah. So that was where I went. I was like, man, if I ever am faced with this, I'm headed to the jungle. And that was the thing. They were like, surgery, pills, 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 pills. I'm like, I'm not trying to take pills. And I was not smoking weed, which was hard for me because I love smoking weed. And at the time, I had my mentor, shout out to Jim, Jim Riley, shout out to you. He was like, man, like, if you're really in that much pain and if smoking weed helps, you should just do that, man. Like, and Jim is a very straight-laced dude. So for him to say that to me, I was kind of like, wow, like, all right, like, interesting. Oh, wow, I would have never expected you to tell me that. He's like, man, yeah, like, if you're not doing the pills, like, fuck that. He's like, just in my opinion, I'm not your doctor or anything, it's just my opinion. If the weed makes you feel better, use that. Be smart about it. Don't go overboard. And just need it when necessary. And I was like, all right, like, I fuck with that because I believe in plants way more than pharmaceuticals and shit. So anyways, carrying on to day 2. So that was why I go out there. It's because sitting on the plane, I was almost standing the whole time because it was just so, there was only like one position I could like be in that feels okay when my nerves popped out. So day 2, February 18th, 2020. Day 2. I did not sleep at all last night. I was having so much trouble trying to meditate and sleep. First, I was worried about bugs. LOL. Then once I got over that, I just kept hearing all the animals making so much noise. My body and brain was just in a trance. I, I was uncomfortable despite my bed being comfy. I think my body is just trying to adapt. I heard what I'm guessing was an owl landing and playing on my roof all night. I felt good about that because I was imagining that it was up there eating all the bugs. LOL. This morning we did our first cleansing ceremony with Pinon Colorado, basically. If you want to white people it. A little green. It's a little green juice that was okay. Then it was followed by 6 liters of warm water for me. So much water is used in order to puke, cleanse, detox. Damn, I forgot that even happened. Yeah, you're supposed to just until you could do. Dude, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, you definitely fucking detox. Our facilitator, David, said to bring the energy of the facilitator David said to bring the energy of and body. Oh, I didn't mean to write that. To bring the energy of body, spirit, and emotional pains to the forefront and to puke, let go of all of them. Damn, dude. Let me read that again. The facilitator, David, said to bring the energy of body, spirit, and emotional pains to the forefront and to puke / let go of all of them. Damn, dude. It was brutal yet amazing feeling. All this black shit came out. I feel great even though I haven't slept. More to come later. Side note, shout out to my motherfucking brother David. Bro. Damn, dude. I don't know if you're ever going to listen to this or not, or if this is a clip or anything, but David, you are a motherfucking warrior of love. I fucking love you, bro. Always got your back. You are an amazing individual. And Kenna, if you ever hear this, you already know David is the motherfucking man. And David, I fucking love you, brother. You are definitely a soul brother of mine. And family for life, no matter what. Love you, bro. So, I guess I didn't write any more for that day. So, day 3, February 19th, 2020. Ceremony de Ayahuasca. Number 1. So, last night, we did our... I guess this was the night before. That's probably why. So, last night, we did our first Aya ceremony. It went well. I had a short convo with Mama Aya, yet incredibly impactful. In short, what I learned is that I have a deep-rooted subconscious belief that I'm not worthy of being loved or valued unless I'm hurting, suffering, or in pain. Oh, fuck! Damn, dude. I forgot about this, dude. Oh my god. I've unknowingly played this out. So let me go back. I have a deep-rooted subconscious belief that I am not worthy of being loved or valued unless I'm hurting, suffering, or in pain. I've unknowingly played out this role my entire life. This is why I've broken so many bones and been injured for the majority of my life. I've always wondered why I am this way. I feel so free and appreciative of my family, friends, and people I know and have met. I ended up taking a second cup of ayahuasca and it jacked me up. It put me out. So much so that at one point my subconscious screamed at me, "Make it stop!" I literally replied, "Yes, no, shut the fuck up." And it shut the fuck up. What the fuck? That's hilarious. So I was yelling at my subconscious. Yeah, because I remember I drank that second cup. It was just a little, it was just too much, I think. And it was the only time I'd ever experienced that feeling of like having my brain going through something, whereas the experience of make it stop, make it stop. I wasn't yelling that, but I was thinking it for a couple minutes. And then that was when I just kind of like, I grounded myself, I meditated. I was like, yes, no, shut the fuck up, to my subconscious. So that's what's cool about ayahuasca, is you speak to your subconscious, and like, it's just fucking trippy. Well, that's part of my experience, I should say, and has been all the times. So I told it to shut the fuck up, and it did. I got present again, sorta, and made my way back to my room. My vision was all off balance, and it was tricky walking to the board to get back to the tambo. The tambo is what they call the little hut that you sleep in. The maloka is where the ceremonies take place. If you're confused about that from the last episodes. And I had slept, we had to sleep in the maloka before, because they didn't have tambos or anything for us to stay. So my first experience. So with this one, they had tambos, and it was like a older of a place. So, or it's been around longer, I should say. So it was tricky walking on the board to get back to my tambo, my hut. I was struggling to get situated, and they have like little like boards lining the whole area, because it rains constantly, and it's just mud goes through, or it'll flood or whatever. And then like, so they have the boards, so they'll float and whatever, and anyway, so you walk on the boards, and it was pretty damn hard. And there was this fucking chicken kept always blocking my way, and I was like, like, he was mean as fuck. No, it was a goose, sorry. And it was fucking mean, dude. I would always have to like run by it, or like try and trick it or something. So I was struggling to get situated. At that point, I was consciously wanting it to slow down and stop. I wanted that because it was making me hella scared. Weird. Scared my brain wouldn't go back to being able to see or think normally again. LOL. And I suppose that's why I came out here, was to stop thinking normally. LOL. So I finally laid down, started meditating, and got back to center. I felt at peace, but was worried about the ceremony the next morning. I committed to myself and to others that I'd be there, but more so was worried if it was the right thing to do for myself. As I was, what did I say? I felt at peace, but was worried about the ceremony the next morning. I committed to myself and to others that I'd be there, but more so was worried if it was the right thing to do for myself, as I was still tripping the fuck out and had to be awake in 4 hours for another ceremony. I woke up still tripping. There's times where it can be enlightening as well as frightening. It gets frightening when you get in your mind and thoughts, because at this time we're not present and open to receiving enlightenment, although the frightening always leads to enlightening.
Damn, dude.
Whoa, that was pretty cool. Sorry, I'm going to read that again. That was really trippy. I woke up still tripping. There's times where it can be enlightening as well as frightening. It gets frightening when you get in your mind and thoughts, because at this time we're not present and open to receiving the enlightenment, although the frightening always leads to the enlightening.
Damn, dude.
That's fucking fire. So I stumbled to the maloka, back to where the ceremony is the next morning. I think this is the next morning. I didn't write the date again, so I'm not really sure. So I stumbled to the maloka, sit and meditate before ceremony, and scared out of my mind. Shaman Don Lucho came and did a tobacco cleanse on me after having my cup of ayahuasca. He's taking an extra long time with me on the cleanse. He can tell I was harboring bad thoughts, so he tells me, "Conectivo to the jungle," because he barely speaks English. So that was what he told me. I was like, oh man, and Don Lucho is so fucking powerful. He's like a panther. He's like, yes, conectivo to the jungle. His voice is, it's just so badass, dude. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, so I lay back down, and he tells me to connect to the jungle. I lay back down and do exactly that. Moments later, everything was fine, and somehow fell asleep. What the fuck? How? Because falling asleep on ayahuasca, that's like I didn't even know. I didn't think it was possible. Um, I believe how and why was because the lesson was and is that when I face my fear head on, it equals peace.
Damn, dude.
Obviously, that's very simple and common knowledge. Yet, when it's experienced, when its experience is, sorry. Obviously, that's very simple and common knowledge. Yet, when it's experienced, is far more impactful than just reading or hearing a sentence. This whole trip so far has been about facing my fear head on, with bugs, spiders, being in a foreign country alone, eating hard-boiled eggs, eating those little fish with all the bones in it, going swimming in a completely murky lake alone, and not to mention those spiders all running all around that lake. Hard-boiled eggs, bugs, and murky lakes are probably the scariest things to me. Seriously though, like that's real shit though. And also I've mentioned before riding passenger with crazy ass drivers. So oh my god, I forgot about this. This is hilarious. So as I'm about to jump in this lake, I'm being a complete wuss because it was all brown. And I just don't really fuck with lakes like that, dude. Like, there's scary shit in there. I surf. I'm a surfer. But lakes, unless I see other people doing it first, then yeah. But I'm never going to be the first one in a lake. Nah. You'll see me in a boat, but not in a fucking swimming. So, I'm about to jump in the lake. I'm standing on this little floating dock. I'm being a complete wuss. I'm standing on the dock, basically frozen. Then the other girl, Kenna, on the retreat rails, go for it, you got it. As I look back to acknowledge her, I slip and fall in. So I swam alone with the exception of a duck who was swimming with me, who I believe was the spirit of Nathan, my son. That's so funny. What's funny is right before I fell in, I was just standing there talking myself into jumping. I repeated to myself a few times, okay, just get your schnapey on. Just get your schnapey on. Because even as a small kid, Nate would jump into any body of water, no matter how scary looking.
Damn, dude.
And that's a fact. That's my son, Schnapey. That's what my Nate is Schnapey. Nate, Professor Schnapey. That's how I got that. So I was just thinking, man, just get your schnapey on. Just get your schnapey on. And then I have to fall in. So he'll jump in no matter, to any body of water, no matter how scary looking, basically. So right as I went to get my schnapey on, I slipped in and the duck swam right beside me the whole time till I got out. It made me feel so happy and at peace to essentially have my oldest son right next to me. Also knowing how afraid of swimming Jen was, and she's jumped in the same lake before, certainly helped me so much. Oh, and we also did a fruit bath after ceremony by the lake. Now we get to chill for the rest of the day. And also, Kenna, who was there also, was telling me, oh, you got it, go for it. She had gone swimming in it before too, and I'm like, oh man, like I was like, it's fine. She's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like terrified. I guarantee you, if I went back, I would still be terrified to jump in. Like, yeah, it's just like that. Anyway, to add to this, I got to experience. Oh, I guess I'm still talking about the ceremony. To add to this, I also got to experience and see Jen's pain in life, and I also got to see her light. She is certainly a goddess. I take away a whole new level of understanding as a human and as a partner. Because at this time we were still together. I also got to see the purity of Nathan and Royal as well, my two sons. My goddess and our kids are absolutely perfect. I'm so blessed. I can't wait to see them when I get home to San Diego. Yeah, man, definitely. That was awesome. Oh shit, we're running out of time fast. Okay. Day 4. Oh man, it's gonna make me take a break. You know what? We're gonna take a quick break here, and we will be after these messages. We will be right back.
Damn, dude.
What is Gucci Fetalucci? What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. So let's just keep going before I derail us, like a fucking bicycle chain. Day 4. February 20, 2020. Damn, 2/20/2020.
Damn, dude.
That's cool. I actually have documentation from 2/20/2020. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's not that cool, but that's kind of cool. Day 4. Kapitari. Today has been absolutely incredible so far. Again, it's day 4. I woke up tired as fuck, went to eat breakfast. I cannot believe how good the mangoes are out here. Oh my god. So sweet and soft and juicy. Even the watermelon is sweet. And I don't really like watermelon, side note. But that watermelon, I mean sweet watermelon, but there is even I've never had watermelon so sweet. And it was all organic and that shit was good. Anyway. Even the watermelon is sweet. We took natural medicines in the morning to help the entire body and each part of our body system. Later, we did a mud bath. It felt amazing. We had to let it sit for 20 minutes before jumping in the lake. I now love the lake and I'm not afraid of jumping in anymore, even though there's hella spiders on the dock to jump in. Oh, so when we went in, oh, that's crazy. Okay, so I don't know if this describes this or not. Anyway, I'll just read it. I now love the lake and not afraid. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm still afraid. I would still jump in. It would re-scare me, then I'd be re-okay with it, I should say. So when I went in, the 3 little girls jumped in the water and were playing on the dock with us. They were 3 little girls of the village. Jumped in the water. They were playing on the dock. They were the sweetest and most playful and open, free-spirited little girls I've ever met. I believe Fatima is 8, Lisi is 5 or 6, and Sandy is 4. Fatima is cousins of Lisi and Sandy, and Lisi and Sandy are sisters who have one littler sister who happened to turn 1 today. Fatima is Don Lucho's nieta, granddaughter. On top of them just being super cool kids, they helped fulfill a dream of mine. I got to help them learn to swim and float. It took a little for them to trust me, but once they did, they started doing so good and had so much fun. The dream of mine was to teach kids to swim in another country.
Damn, dude.
That's a fact. I even forgot about that momentarily. The kids, and it was crazy because they do not speak any English, like 0, and maybe like hi. And dude, I got to gain their trust and teach them to swim. It was fucking amazing, man. So that was definitely a dream come true. Getting to teach kids in the middle of the jungle how to swim and float. Like, what the fuck? That's incredible, dude. I gotta give myself props for that. That was fucking cool as shit. So the kids, and then I got ran down next. The kids just raided my hut, my tambo. They went through all my jewelry and music instruments, wanted to see the pictures of my family, played with my hand sanitizer, and kept asking me all sorts of questions. LOL. I made them paper planes to play with, and now they're running around telling us silly phrases to write in Spanish and are passing them amongst all the people in the little village here. LOL. We can barely understand what each other are saying, but it's all laughs and fun. 2/20/2020. Okay, same day. Later, we go to ceremony again after a plant bath. The kids all just got in trouble for raiding our rooms. So now I'm going to rest until it's time for plant bath and ceremony. During my first ceremony, I was interrupted with a message for David from his father. First month? Okay. Yeah. During my first ceremony, I was interrupted with a message for David from his father. His father said, I am proud of you. I am proud of who you are, what you're doing, and who you will become. I must introduce David to Sebastian to help him start his business, to grow ideas, and maybe work together. I'm fucking slipping. I didn't even do that. Damn. Well, there it is. All right. Oh, there's my daily reminder. Meditate. And what am I grateful for? You know, let's just do that right now. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned from plant medicines. I'm grateful for the people in my life that help grow and reach all of our dreams and always want to see the next person win. I'm grateful for those people in my life. And I'm grateful for everybody at Kapitari and everybody in Peru and everybody in that's taught me life lessons that have absolutely changed my life and helped me impact other people and my kids and to help spread positivity in this world. That's 3 things I'm grateful for right now. I'll do it again before I go to sleep too. And then it starts coming into my subconscious at about 6-ish in the morning usually too. It starts kind of entering my dreams a little and my thoughts. So next page. Okay, so I had just written down some phrases. Sorry if that's loud on the mic. Man, I'm slacking on some of this stuff. Damn. So I had written down, I have to love myself the way my parents showed me love as a baby.
Damn, dude.
Think about that. Imagine if you showed yourself love the way that parents look at a new baby.
Damn, dude.
Imagine if you loved yourself like that. What if you saw yourself as that precious? It wouldn't be this egotistical, oh, I'm the shit. No. It's like, man, I love myself. Let me help you out. Like, how can we all win? We're all in this to win, you know? And if you can show yourself that kind of love, this is a message that I received was like, if I can show myself this type of love, I can accomplish everything that I want and everything that I dream of, because that's unconditional love. And when you have unconditional love, people fuck with you. So, yeah. Wow, this is crazy. I'd also written down, no matter how our parents raised us, they did a really good job.
Damn, dude.
Think about it. I know this can be a little twisted or out of context for some people, and that's fine, but at least listen. So, think about this. Consider this. Even if you're in a bad place right now, you're still here. And at some point, I know for many of us, still being here was not an option. Now, I take that very seriously because I get it. I've lost a lot of people who've killed themselves. I lost a lot of people in other ways, and I've had other people murdered and whatever. And it sucks. When people kill themselves is the worst. And if you're here, that's at least one version of success, because you are still here. That means your parents did a good enough job to get you fucking here. Even if you are ass and you're assed out and that's what you think of yourself, you're still here. And if you're still here, you still have options. It doesn't matter if you're on drugs, if you're a fucking crackhead, if you fucking are pregnant by somebody you're not supposed to be pregnant with, if you're fucking cheated, if you fucking lied, if you did whatever, if you fucking stole, if you did whatever, there's still opportunity to be a good person and to get better and to do good deeds. Yeah, when you do some fucked up stuff, sometimes karma will fucking show up and you have no choice for it to kick your ass, but like, You could either, like I tell my son all the time, look, you always at least have two options. You can learn or be offended. Always. You can learn or be offended. And sometimes learning requires being offended. So just understand, if you choose offended, that you choose it because it's to lead you to learning. It's a stepping stone, you know? So really, no matter how good or bad your parents did, they did a great job because you're here and you're beautiful and you matter. So that's success. You've managed and figured out how to stay alive. If you live in the street, if you live in your car, you've figured out how to stay alive and to be here up to this point. And that's beautiful. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? It doesn't last forever. I've lived in my car. Other people lived in their cars. Other people lived in the street. All sorts of shit. There's always options, and pain is never permanent. It's always temporary. Always. I promise you. As somebody who stood there with a gun in their head, I can tell you, pain is always temporary. I've had my best friends murdered. Pain is temporary. I've been cheated on, had my ex get pregnant by somebody else. Pain is temporary. I've broken my skull, neck, and back. I've broken, I think, over 64 bones, herniated disc, slip disc, sciatica, all this shit. Pain is only temporary. I've had my heart broken, relationships fail, whatever, you know, kicked out of school, gotten fired from my job, all this shit. Pain is temporary, I promise you. I've been out wanting and ready to fucking kill, and it's like, nah, man, like, pain is temporary. And that's just, I promise you.
Damn, dude.
So, another thing I had written down, just kind of quotes that came to me, I guess, during the ceremonies, or things I've learned. When speaking to people, treat them like they are a magic genie. Meaning, ask questions as if they are 3 wishes. Really consider what I ask of people and the universe.
Damn, dude.
So let's kind of unpack that. That's kind of the same sort of thing as shifting gears here. What does that mean? If you treat, well, I guess this was written to myself, if we treat questions that we ask of people as if they were 3 wishes from a genie, can you imagine the power and impact we would have on people? Can you imagine if we didn't waste time with, hey man, like, yeah, it's really hot out here, huh? How's the weather today? Imagine if you didn't use that. Excuse me. Imagine if you just skipped that. Imagine if you went, imagine this. Let's just start with something very simple. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Oh, yeah, good. No, really, how's your day today? How are you feeling today? How's your heart? How's your happiness? Whoa, man, I hadn't thought of it like that. Blah, 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 blah. Damn. How does that make you feel? Or how do you have enough strength to come outside and keep doing this? You know what I mean? Boom. I mean, like, look at those 3 questions versus, hey, how's the weather today? Yeah, it's crazy, huh? Yeah. Oh, man, how's it going? Yeah, it's good. Man, you see the Padres? Yeah. Oh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, oh, he really had a fucking salute the third, blah, blah. Look at the difference of life, like, within those 2 conversations, the power of those conversations. You know what I mean? It's like, so imagine if we came with that intention to each person we met and every person we talked to and applied mindfulness to our questions and the things we say in a way that comes off like that person's a magic genie, and it's like, damn, what I ask of you really matters, and what I say to you really matters because I really care, and it's really important, not just to myself but for us. It's like, this is damn, because that helps everybody, when you can get into somebody's world like that. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's see. How much more is there? Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Let's just fucking burn through this. There's quite a few, some good amount of content here. So let's fucking rock. Day 5, 2/21/2020. Last night was a bit of a blur. I learned so much that I can hardly remember any of it. The main things that came to mind are that my parents did a great job of raising me, no matter what obstacles or challenges arose. I ultimately turned out to be a good person with a kind heart and a desire to help people and make the world a better place. Also, I saw what David had described to me about his past vision about the universe and all its layers, and how in each layer is a certain amount of love, science, and spirituality in each realm and layer. When the question of, well, what's at the very end of it all, is asked, the answer is love, pure love from beyond our human comprehension. Far beyond our human comprehension. I got to have a glimpse into what's at the very end of the universe, with David's explanation of this the night before made it even more clear for me. He basically described all the different universes as an onion, and within each layer you have access to seeing different, like you have access to more, and you can go the onion either like in or out, whatever, but at the core or the outer side it's different. And that's basically what the unconditional love is like, with as much access to knowledge of each one. It's like, imagine the heart of the onion, how much it knows about the skin of the onion. Like, they don't really have any relation, but they have exact relation. And it's not really important that they know each other, but at the same time, and it doesn't even matter if they believe in each other. Because this is what's crazy, is like, so in each layer is more explanation of what's going on. And basically, if you went to the heart of it and you remove the heart of the onion, you can grow a new onion, and that one will then form a skin, and then that will now understand, and then you can kind of keep growing the process. So that's essentially what I saw, and what David was explaining to me was the universe and life is like within each layer contains more or less information about love, science, and spirituality inside of it, you know what I'm saying, in each layer.
Damn, dude.
That was crazy. That blew my mind. He explained it way better than me. But anyway, I saw that. So I also got to see David as a warrior of light and love. I got to see Kenna as a wise, free, and smart person beyond her years. Yeah, those both facts. I literally saw, and it was crazy. David saw the same image of me, and this is how I relate to myself, is as a warrior of love and light. And basically, I saw David sitting up against his post, and he just had this pose, and I saw like warrior uniform on him, and he was just fighting for what is right and good, and that's why he came to help facilitate and translate and just literally be a person of like helping. Beautiful person. And Kenna too, so fucking smart. Oh my god. Definitely wise beyond her years, your years, if you listen to this. I saw Don Lucho, Maestro Don Lucho is getting old and tired in his years, and I see and saw how his son and I also saw how his son stepping up to take over at some point. They are both amazing shamans. Both are very powerful beings who have so much love and wisdom to share with people in the world. Their hearts are beautiful. I also saw how I can add more value to my friends and family and people I know simply by sharing how I feel about them on a more regular basis. Yeah, I gotta do more of that. Ceremony number 4, Friday morning. The morning ceremonies seemed to be a bit challenging for me before going into them mentally. It went really well. Though. I had visions and messages of what I want to say to each of my family and friends, things about how they've impacted my life and about how proud of them I am, and to thank them for our relationship, trust, support, and time. Within the group circles, and just talking with David and Kenna, I received compliments from them that were hard to receive. After going through ceremony with us and having our group talk, David saw me as an equal warrior and soldier of love, light, and what is right. They also referred to me as bold, and Kenna referred to me as a bold leader, which was crazy because that's a phrase from self-development class I took, which was a trip. David mentioned to me after going through ceremony that I'm very strong. Also, at one point, Kenna referred to me as talkative. I'm still processing it all. Ultimately, I accept it. Oh no, I said ultimately I accept. That's funny because, yeah, she's like, wow, it's really cool that you're talkative, blah, blah. And I was like, talkative? What? It's interesting because I guess it is hard to, I don't know if I see myself as a leader. Like I do and I don't. I think that I don't really relate to myself that way. It's kind of more, I'm present. I don't know. But that was cool that that's what they saw. So I really appreciate that. My last, so 2/24/2020, my last day and morning in Peru. Yesterday I spent the day hanging around the city, Iquitos. I love that little town. So many friendly and accepting people. Also good amount of dark and lost souls. But I've never had any problems. I finally got to have some of my favorite treats in Iquitos. I got to have a cappuccino from Aris. The cream is the best shit I've ever tasted on the coffee. LOL. I could eat that by itself. It's so thick. I have no idea how it's so thick and flavorful. The coffee was so strong I couldn't finish it, especially after ayahuasca. I started feeling cracked out immediately. Side note, I communicated with Jose to see if I could trade some weed and 5 soles, which is their money, for a ride to the airport. He agreed. Side note, I had ended up getting some weed at some point in time in this in this journey. Oh, my mic's stuck. And I didn't smoke it. I didn't smoke out there. I had it because I received it. It was a gift and I didn't know what the fuck to do with it because I wasn't smoking at the time. So, because you're not supposed to really do that when you're doing ayahuasca, kind of interferes. So I was enjoying it was funny because I only had enough money to either eat or take a taxi home. And so I was like, fuck, man, like, I really hope he'll take this. Like, I hope the homie will take some weed and a little bit of money to bring me back to the fucking airport. Cause yeah. So I had to call up a homie to fucking bring me, who agreed to bring me back. Whatchamacallit. And, so I made a deal with my homie and he allowed me to trade my stuff for snacks and which allowed me for more money for all the snacks and treats I wanted. Coffee plus Inca Cola plus Tuyo candy and a small order of garlic bread with guacamole from Karma Cafe.
Damn, dude.
I was trying to remember that a couple episodes back. Karma Cafe. That's what it is. Straight fucking fire.
Damn, dude.
So, yeah, thank you to the homies. And then, let's see. Fuck it, I'll just bang this out real quick. So, okay, I've read this once on my practice podcast. I'm gonna just read through it real quick. There's not much time left for me to fit this episode, so I'm gonna just read it. And here goes. So, this is a dream. I had a crazy ass dream that I ran out of money and had to steal the only bird scooter in Peru, those electric pay scooters, and drive it to the airport. Turns out the cops were chasing me and Jose and his friends were following and running with me on mopeds. At a certain point we had to split up and I went to a little shopping center to hide. The people in there were helping me hide, use Wi-Fi, and find a place to charge my phone. I was tripping out because I needed to pay Jose in weed, but I threw it away because the cops were chasing me. So I was kind of freaking out. Turns out some lady who bought like a pound of weed had to throw it in the trash because she had to go to the airport as well. My my phone charged up to 2%, and I got in contact with Jose, and him and his buddies pulled up at that very second. I grabbed the lady's weed, she tossed in the trash, and brought it to Jose. It was somehow California quality weed. Jose lost his mind. It was twice as much and twice the quality of what he was expecting. So we all continued our journey to the airport. At one point, we had to ditch all the scooters and mopeds and start hopping over walls and fences. We ended up jumping over the walls of the Peruvian government's property, equivalent to the FBI/CIA. Moments after entering the property, we noticed they kept a pack of wolves on the property for security. As the wolves started coming to attack us, we all started running up and climbing trees on the property. The wolves could still reach us. Just as we were all about to get chomped, one of Jose's friends knew some kind of magic shaman trick to calm the wolves down and leave us alone. At that moment, all the federal workers started running out to capture us, so we take off running. We all start jumping more walls and other fences. I was so focused on escaping and getting into the airport, I didn't know where anyone else went. I made it onto airport property, and it became pretty much a game almost exactly like Metal Gear Solid on PS1. I had to sneak around walls, cars, and pillars to avoid all the guards. I felt like Bruce Lee with how slick I was. I eventually saw Jose and his boys had made it safely into a public area, as well as myself, where I had to slow my heart rate down and act calm and casual to blend in with everyone else. In my dream, I made it, and in real life, I'm here sitting on the plane as it takes off from Iquitos to Lima. Then I go from Lima to LAX. All in all, it was a success.
Damn, dude.
Yo. Dude, that's crazy. And you want to know something really fucking trippy too? I just turned the page, and I have the first notes ever about me creating the Damn Dude podcast written right after that. Holy shit. I got notes saying it's okay not to be liked, make a YouTube account, get social media platforms ready, podcast distribution. Dang, guiding questions, a bunch of shit I just thought I would need. Look at this, Damn Dude podcast, the first podcast, questions. Who is the Damn Dude podcast for? What is the show about? Where will this podcast mission take us? Why should people listen to this? Dude, the end of show. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Man, so that wraps up this last episode of do I want to make this the last one? For now. So that concludes the journey to inner peace. This is all things that I have done. I might touch on this one more time because I kind of just trailed off with it, and I don't know, I went really well. You know what? That's what it is. We're gonna wrap this up for episode 2. For our series Journey to Inner Peace, because these are all the things and steps I took to find inner happiness and to heal body pains and to heal mental torture and all these things. Oh, I also forgot to mention too, I have seen a therapist before, and therapists are awesome. People think that shit's weird or for weak, or it's like, oh, like you're so fucked up, now I gotta go to therapy. Like, nah, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. The thing is, you have to like your therapist and you have to vibe with them. If you do not vibe with your therapist, get a fucking new one immediately. For real. If you don't vibe with your therapist, get a new one. If you had a bad experience with therapy, you had a bad therapist. I promise you that. Yeah, that's some real ass shit, dude. So on that note, make sure you guys go leave us a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts and follow us on Instagram at Damn Dude Podcast. And yeah, leave us some comments, notes, whatever. Let us know what your favorite parts of the show were. And yeah, or if you have any questions about any of this journey to inner peace. Just kidding. Anyways, yeah, hope you guys have a beautiful night, and I'll catch you guys back on episode Big Fo. Oh.
Damn, dude.
So, on that note, hope you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful night, just a beautiful life. Make this the best day ever. And show yourself some love. Say 3 things you're grateful for every morning, every night, and your life will change for the greater significantly. So on that note, have a beautiful evening. Much love. Peace. Rooster Tail, take us out at Rooster Tail Official, TALE Official. Peace.
Damn, dude.